Hello YouTube, and if you've noticed I haven't made a video for a while. I don't really have any explanation for that except I didn't feel like making for a video for a while. But today is an important day in America. Today I'm making this video on Election Day in America. And it's going to go on YouTube after Election Day, but when I'm making this, it's Election Day in America. And what that means is that I need to talk about packable day packs. Yes, that is a very important topic for Election Day in America because you know what that means? You might go to the polls and have to stand there for an hour or two. And what's nice to have in the polls is a few items with you. So what you can do is you can bring yourself a nice packable day pack to put some water, food, a rain jacket perhaps, maybe a layer to take on or take off. Yes, packable day packs, the backpack for any situation. Now the backpacks that I have for you today are the REI Trail 22 and the Fjällräven. I probably butchered that, but I tried my best. Bear with me, people in Sweden. The Fjällräven High Coast 24. And these are the two packable day packs that I have. I've had some more over the years and months, but these are the two I currently have. And the reason that packable day packs are so useful is that they can really be used in a variety of situations, and they pack up nice and small for perhaps you're traveling, you're a one-bag traveler, and maybe you want to take a little day pack with you. So you take your packable day pack, you roll it up, you lay it flat, and you put it there in your one bag, and you have a day pack to carry with you at whatever your destination. Some other uses are maybe you just keep it in your car for a quick hike or a quick trip across town. I like to take this one, especially to the grocery store, and just pile groceries in here, throw it on my back, and then I can take a backpack, I can take a shoulder bag with groceries. Maybe you use it as your everyday carry because you're real minimalist. I don't know. There's a lot of situations where you could use a packable day pack. I find them pretty useful for a number of scenarios. And today I want to go into some features I like in packable day packs that I look for, and then I want to talk specifically about these two backpacks, the Fjällräven High Coast 24 and the REI Trail 22. Let's move on to some features I really look for in packable day packs that personally, in my experience, I think they're important features for me that I like, and maybe you'll gain something from those as well. So the first thing I like is nice, thick, wide shoulder straps. And the reason is if you have ones that don't have a lot of width or thickness to them, they tend to be very flimsy. They might dig into your shoulders. They may not hold their structure. They'll bunch up. And they'll especially be prone to bunching up if you pack some things in here and you tighten up a chest strap. And what happens is they just get very bunched up. You notice these hold their structure pretty well when I tighten up this chest strap. So I really like to have thick, wide shoulder straps. It adds a little bit of weight and bulk to these, but it just makes it comfortable if you do have to carry this all day long. And speaking of straps, I have this chest or sternum strap here. I like a packable day pack that has this little feature because it allows the weight to be balanced more and prevents these straps from digging into your shoulders. So instead of the weight pulling back on you, it distributes it a little more and centers it. So I really like having this chest shoulder strap along with these nice thick and wide shoulder straps. Another feature I enjoy on a packable day pack is to have some sort of side water bottle pockets. It's nice to have these because if you don't, you have your water bottle, and it's right here and convenient. This is going to be one of the more common items that you're going to carry with you. Now, if you don't have these pockets and you have to put it in here, you might be searching for that all the time and having to take the whole backpack off when you just want one of the most common items you're going to use throughout the day. It's nice to have some that are elastic. These aren't elastic, so when this flips over, it might come out. This REI Trail has elastic ones that hold it in, not that great, but elastic's a nice feature. Another feature I like is sort of an expandable top, because this expandable top, if you do have to carry an extra layer, this really allows you to expand the top of your backpack to carry it, and then you can just kind of tuck it in if you don't need it out of the way, and reduce the overall height and size and bulk of your backpack. So expandable tops in the form of for this little drawstring or maybe a roll top. That's a feature I like. And then sort of maybe a few pockets here and there. This thing has pretty minimal in the pockets. A nice front pocket, and then it's got an interior pocket. It's nice to be able to have these pockets for sort of wallet, keys, phone, maybe sundries like chapstick, sunglasses, things you want quick to access to. I really do enjoy a quick little, no more than 3 or 4 pockets, just something to be able to put those small items so you're not endlessly having to dig around for those small items. And then the last thing I look for in a packable day pack is to have some sort of maybe structure to it. Now this REI Trail, I actually took out the foam sheet to demonstrate what happens without any sort of structure. And if you really load this thing up, I put jackets in here. I got jackets, a little bit of food, got water bottles, a book. So you load this thing up. When you don't have any structure, it kind of gets shapeless, and if you look at this, it's kind of weird. It loses its shape, its structure, and then you could potentially have things poking you in the back. Now the last thing I guess I look for, which is a nice to have but not something that is necessary, is a little bit of durability in the fabric. When you have, this is I'm not sure what the fabric is on these, but you'll see some of these with 20 denier, 30 denier fabrics. I kind of look for at least 70 denier or 100 denier because I want a little bit of durability in that day pack, so it doesn't get completely shredded or destroyed if I'm hauling it around an airport or around town for a day. I want a little bit of durability to prevent it from getting destroyed quicker than I'd like. Now all these features I mentioned, nice wide shoulder straps, chest strap, foam back, maybe an expandable top, and a little durable fabric, that does add a little bit of bulk and weight to a packable day pack. That's a little sacrifice I'm willing to make something that's going to have a few more features and a bit more durability, a bit more comfort than basically a nylon sack. Because without the foam in this one, it is pretty much like a nylon sack without structure, and I really don't want that sort of day pack, even though it packs smaller. Like this one does pack pretty small, and if I just take this Fjällräven 24, perhaps you can see that without the foam, it is a tad bit smaller, but really not that much smaller. So I'll take that minor trade-off in the feature list of my packable day packs. The next thing I wanted to dive into in this video is the particular features and user experience with these two packable day packs I've had for a while now. The ones in the past, I got rid of them basically because I didn't like the features or they weren't comfortable to use, even though they might have packed a little smaller. So the Fjällräven High Coast 24. I really like this one because, as I mentioned before in the video, it has a lot of the features I like. Nice shoulder straps, a chest strap. This one even has a waist strap, which I actually take this off most of the time. I find it most useful if I have this when I'm riding my bike and it prevents the pack from swaying around. Makes it a little bit more stable, but I really don't use this. I'm not sure how much a waist strap is necessary on a pack this small that isn't designed to hold a lot of weight. But it's a nice to have. It's got side water bottle pockets. It's even got some compression straps. And then it has this closure here. And maybe it's a little bit more fiddly than like a buckle closure, but it's pretty fine once you get used to it. And you've got different heights you can do based on how full the pack is. And then it's got this expandable top, and you can expand this. You know, if I stuff this thing all the way, you'll see how this whole expandable top works. Let's just throw all these in there. So, without that nice expandable top, I wouldn't be able to fit all this stuff in there. By the way, that's a terrible way to pack a backpack. Don't just put a bunch of water bottles on top. That's not a good idea. But anyway, see this expandable top? This is how it pretty much works. And, you know, I like it. It just gives you that flexibility that you might need. And if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to fit all that in there. So that's another feature I like. And then the other thing that really did it for me, it's got this pocket. It's got an internal pocket inside. And one of the final selling points was just the fabric. It's sort of like it's got this thicker, more durable fabric here on this exterior pocket, on the back panel. And then a lot of it is sort of a lighter weight fabric here on the sides and this upper front on top. So it's got more durable fabric where you need it, and then it's got lighter fabric to reduce the weight and make it more packable. So, and also one of the other selling points for this was just how it blends in a little more. It doesn't have so much of that shiny nylon outdoorsy look, which I'm okay with. I'm an outdoorsy person. I have a lot of outdoor backpacks, but my intent was to use this more around town or if I'm traveling to cities and such, and not so much in that outdoor environment. So I wanted something that would blend in a little better in that outdoor environment and have a touch more durability than, say, a lower denier nylon if I'm putting it on concrete, if I'm putting it in airports and things like that. So that's why I went with this particular one as my go-to travel backpack, and also something around town when I just want to throw a few groceries in or take it over to a friend's house. So the Fjällräven High Coast 24, in terms of user experience, I mean, I find it comfortable enough. I love the straps. I like this chest strap. It's adjustable. It goes up and down. I'm not sure how much weight you can put in these. You can't really put a lot of weight in these packable day packs. 10, 15 pounds. You don't want to use this for weight training like some Go Ruck backpack or something like that. So I find this thing to be, there you go, that's how it fits on me. in case you wanted to see some profiles. So this is the High Coast 24. There's also the High Coast 18 out there, and I actually got both of them. The problem with the High Coast 18 is the shoulder straps were just too short for me. They came up sort of like this buckle here, really didn't go far enough down my torso, and it would really dig into my chest. And I felt like the backpack rode a little bit too high up on my back. So I went with the High Coast 24 for that reason. I just felt it was a better fit for my torso. I actually preferred the 18-liter capacity of the High Coast 18 as compared to this larger capacity. I don't feel like I needed this larger capacity. But the problem is when you're a little bit taller, you have a little bit longer torso. Most backpacks of the smaller size or one size fits all, they don't tend to fit a taller person or someone with a longer torso. So that's why I went with the High Coast 24 as opposed to the 18. Now, if you're sort of the average size female, maybe a little shorter, teenager, I feel like that 18 might fit for you. But if you're taller than average male or female, like myself, just a taller than average person, I think the High Coast 24 might be a better fit for you. The last thing I wanted to discuss with this High Coast backpack is just what kind of water bottles fit in the side water bottle pockets. And I have a regular size Nalgene here, and I'll be honest with you, this is a bit of a stretch to fit in here. It's just, I really had to stuff it in. It really digs into the inside and reduces that inside capacity. So I sort of have this generic metal water bottle here, stainless steel water bottle. It's a little bit thinner, you know, just looking at the two, comparing the size. A little bit thinner than your average size Nalgene. And it goes in there a lot easier. So for water bottles, this will fit a Nalgene, but it's not an ideal fit. So I'd recommend something maybe a little taller and thinner for these water bottle pockets. That's the Fjällräven High Coast 24. I like this thing. I'm going to continue using it for the foreseeable future. For this video, I also wanted to briefly touch upon this backpack. This is the REI Flash 22. I misspoke earlier, said it was the Trail 22. It's the REI Flash 22. Sometimes I get REI's product line a little bit mixed up. But so this is the REI Flash 22. It's meant to be a lightweight day pack, and it's also pretty packable. This is actually the old version. And so why am I talking about a backpack that's the old model that you really can't buy anymore? Well, I just wanted to compare this packable day pack to something a little bit more stylish and more urban, and this is a little bit more outdoorsy. The outdoorsy backpack, an outdoorsy packable day pack, it comes with a little bit different feature set. You've got these elastic mesh pockets, which they're probably more useful than these side water bottle pockets, but they're also not as durable. And then it's got things like these front loops for trekking poles or an ice pick or whatever. It's got this nylon shiny outdoorsy fabric. It's got a more breathable back panel and straps and just a little bit more outdoorsy focused feature set. The trade-offs of that is I think this material, this nylon, is a little less durable than this sort of canvas cotton poly blend here. It definitely looks like you're ready to, you know, if you're walking around, I don't know, Chicago, New York City, it looks like you're ready to get out there and hit the trail. It doesn't blend in as well. But if you're going somewhere on a trip and you plan on doing a bunch of day hikes outside of the city, I don't know, you're going to a cabin, going to hang out at a cabin in a lake for a week and hit some day packs, and you got your one bag travel. This is a great one to take for that sort of thing, where you can just load it up with your water bottles and your rain jacket and some food, and it's going to be more comfortable for you to carry throughout the day. So the REI Flash 22, I have found it pretty useful to use. I recently just used it on a trip where I went out of state and I camped, and I used it for a day hike. And I'm happy I brought this instead of this Fjällräven High Coast, because it just held the water. It was more comfortable to hike with and held these water bottles a little better. And it had a few more pockets. Like, it's got two pockets, two zippered pockets, but on the inside it has water bottle sleeve. And then it's got two tiny little pockets, and it was a better backpack for carrying all those little small items like a knife, water treatment, a light, just the little small items, a lighter that you carry with you if you're going out on a hike, just in case items for a day hike. So REI Flash 22, it's a nice little backpack. I definitely recommend upgrading to the newest version of this because it's definitely an improvement, and people that have used it and have made reviews say the new one is an improvement. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to make this video to go over some of the reasons for using a packable day pack, some of the features that I look for, and just talk about briefly the packable day packs that I have and I use. So if you're in the market for a packable day pack, whether you're standing in line on election day, you're a one-bag traveler, you're somebody who just likes to take it around town for whatever, or you want it for that emergency hike, because we all sometimes need to go and get some emergency nature time. I'd recommend adding that to your collection of backpacks if you have one. Thanks for watching. You can do the whole like, subscribe, or get out and vote on the days of election day and take your packable day pack with you. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to make some more videos for you. See you later.